Welcome everybody to the Season 2 recruiting special for your St. Thomas Tommies here on NCAA 14, where we take a look at our recruiting board as well as a couple of games to look for the remainder of this season. So if you guys remember way back in Season 1 for the intro, what we did was, since we're a one-star school, we can only go after one-star guys, and then on top of that, we can only sign guys that are either from Minnesota or surrounding the state of Minnesota. So we did sign all of those guys, and now we are going after some one-star folks that are, just a little bit farther from Minnesota, trying to get a recruiting board, because we only had 16 guys. And so just wanted to fill the board, continue to build the depth of our squad. Man, I can't really talk today. But, just a little update on how my recruiting board is going, since I don't really show up my recruiting board. So these are the guys that I found after the first 16 guys that we got signed with our program. So we got Jermaine Harris, Billy Mitchell, OJ Gardner, Tyler Graham, Robert Heath, and Brett Smart. Those are all guys that we happen to found in the last couple of weeks as we continue to try and build our program up. Obviously, because they're one stars, they don't have anything too great about them. Jermaine Harris is a decent tackler, but he has no speed to him. That 46 speed definitely needs to be developed. These are a lot of guys that probably shouldn't be starting next season. At least I'm hoping so, at the very least. But they could definitely give us some depth, a little bit better than playing a walk-on, I suppose. But here's some of the guys that we did bring in, our other one stars, and it's looking pretty white. Michael Underwood was the last to sign with us, and he has some good stats. Like, his measurements are good, 6'2", 276. But we just need to work on his skills, because he doesn't have the skills to play just yet. But if he can make the roster, he can definitely make an impact a couple of years from now. Same thing with Sammy Moore, 6'1", 224. He looks the part. We just gotta work on his skills as well. He's not the fastest, but he does have good acceleration at 85, and has decent block shedding, as well as some half-decent zone and man coverage. Andre Wide and Nick Smith are also planning on coming in with us. Always like to build depth at the corners. They could probably also play safety, because neither of these guys are too terribly quick. 85 and 82 speed. You like to see them a little bit faster. You don't like to see that. Alex Edwards, just continue to build that line. Same thing with Justin Hill, solid dude. Jared Odom, 89 speed. That's probably the fastest dude that we're probably bringing in. And he has 67 man coverage, so he has some half decent cover skills. He might play immediately as soon as he gets on the campus. Same thing with Bryce Cameron. He may only be a 50 overall, but he has some good hit power. For being a one-star guy, he can definitely lay the lumber for us. Tim Smith is 6'2", 218 from Oshkosh. He's decided to come to St. Thomas, and his catching skills aren't the best, but he has 80 speed and 76 acceleration, as well as some good jumping ability. He has an 80 jump, so definitely a pretty decent guy for jump balls, and has good size too. He's 6'2", 218. He can definitely help us out if we get one-on-one situations. Trent Noon is a JUCO transfer coming from Duluth, Minnesota. And big stocky dude, he's only 5'9". He's actually shorter than me, but he's 227, and he could definitely barrel his way through, and he's not that slow for the big guy. 72 speed, and has decent blocking abilities. So we can definitely utilize that in the run game. Pierre Jones is a guard from New Hope, Minnesota. He's 6'2", over 300 pounds, and not bad skills. He's a little slow, a little slower than I would like to be, but his run block is close to 70, so is his pass blocking. So he can definitely be an integral part of our line as we had struggles with injuries on the offensive line this season. Tommy Davis is probably our best recruit. He's a 66 overall for a freshman. He will definitely play right away. He's got good blocking abilities and he has 84 acceleration, so he can definitely come in next season and burst ahead of John Christensen and provide solid blocking for the guy. Nate Gillett, 54 overall. You love to see it. Kevin Williams is could potentially be the replacement for Chad Parrish. Chad Parrish, as you know, is a senior and is set to graduate next season. Definitely needs to work on the tackling. Only 49 tackle. That's going to be an issue if he plays long periods of time, but he does have decent press skills, so he can come up and be a 8th person in the box if we need him to, because he does have decent hit power. 70 hit power is pretty cool to see. This is the potential replacement for Chad Parrish down the line. But we also have Matt Williams, another guard. We really wanted to work on our offensive line, you know, because if we can't control the line of scrimmage, then we have no hope to begin with, and that was kind of a emphasis for our guys this season when going for this recruiting class. And then finally we got William Swan signing with us. He's our second best recruit, JUCO from Minnesota as well. He has decent speed and can also, you know, has decent all-around skills. He can definitely play right away, probably move over to where Marlon Greenwood is at, replace that lock on. So these are the people that are either signed for St. Thomas or we're currently going after, as hopefully we can get these guys to go, and then maybe if we get lucky we can get a transfer or two that can really bolster up our program as well as our depth in future seasons. But now we take a look at what happened in the North Carolina St. Thomas game. I did end up simming it because I had a feeling that it was probably going to be extremely rough no matter what I did, and I was right. It was really bad. We ended up losing this game 70-3, although that field goal probably shouldn't count in the first place because it happened in the fourth quarter. North Carolina probably put their guys, you know, not their main guys out, put the backups in. We got crushed in this game, and it did not look pretty for us whatsoever. We had 4 turnovers. We were 5 for 13 on 3rd down, and we only had 48 passing yards, which, oh man, for an air raid like us, that is terrible. Although given we actually did a good job with running the ball, we had 120 rushing yards. You know, John Christensen, he was balling out in the game. He had even though he only had a long as 7, he did a pretty solid job. But, you know, other than that, it was just a rough day for our guys, as we simply, you know, don't have the talent yet to stick up for these kinds of teams. And hopefully next year, or, you know, at worst 2 seasons from now, we can get to that point. But next 2 weeks, our final 2 games of the season, looks to be so much better. We are playing Tulane at home and then going on the road to play against Iowa, and both of them are, you know, not too terribly good. And, you know, we did beat Colorado State, so, you know, my hope is we can win one more of these games, as, you know, Tulane, you know, they were just 1-6, although they were on a winning streak. But it's something that is possible. We can win this game, and if we can win this game on TV, that would be really good for our program. So that's what you got to look forward to next time out. We are returning home once again. It's senior day for the Tommies, and we'll play the Tulane Green Wave. So make sure you smash that like button, hit me up in the comments, as well as subscribe to the channel if you are brand new to as well, as I would truly appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time out, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.